going on, everyone? So back for another one. I think today what we're going to do is going to try and tidy it up in here a bit. That bit I'll leave because we need to do a bit of welding there, and we'll probably do that when we take the rear end out, when we do the R56 rear end, and then we can drop the fuel tank and then get that sorted. That's no issue. But I did put these back in because I did think it looked better. We've got all this painted, all of the sticky stuff all removed, and today I want to try and get that trim in there properly, try and fix the rust a bit, try and get that sitting there properly. So yeah, take the battery out. I think I may try and just paint this section today, so this is all done, and then we can focus on that in a later date. Shouldn't be too long. I just need to try and get hold of an R56 sort of subframe, rear arms and all that. So if anyone knows anyone, then drop it in the comments, or give me a message on Instagram and we can sort something out. But yeah, so yeah, let's crack on with all this. So we'll do all that, try and get that boot done. So we'll strip the boot, we'll take the plastics off and all that, and then see what we can do. Right, yeah, so we've got all the rear trim off. It's not looking the best, so it's quite rusty. To be fair, I don't think we'll be able to do anything with this, but we can try and get it back to bare metal and try and treat the rust, and then just put some sort of coating on it. But as long as we can get some of the holes to work and we stop the rust, then I'm happy with that, as long as that trim stays up. So yeah, let's just start with the wire brush and see what we can do. Right, yeah, so we've sanded it all down to bare metal. I think this side's completely shot, to be honest. It's just part of the shit. But if I wanted this car absolutely mint and it was gonna go, it's gonna be like a show car, I'd definitely be getting a new tailgate. But to be honest, as long as we can get 1, 2, 3, if we can get them holes to work, like we'll rust treat it and that, give it a coat so it shouldn't rust anymore, then I'll be happy with that. And then in the future, if I want to make it absolutely mint, which it wouldn't be hard to do, the car's in really good condition, to be honest. It's all been undersealed now. Once you do the R56 rear end, that'll all be mint, because I'll get all that painted as well, all that, the soft frame, so it'll be brand new under there, new bushes and all that, and then the front end will be getting all reconditioned, all new bushes and that, so it'll all be mint. It's just, I think this can wait, as long as we can get it to hold up, because it's no good when you're driving down the road and the boot handle's hanging down and the lights ain't lighting the plate up. So we can get this to work. So if we just, this is just a temporary sort of thing, we'll just rust treat that, and then just whack some black in there, mask it all off so you won't see it, just paint it black, and then we should be able to secure the boot handle properly for temporary measures, because it is awful and I don't like doing this, to be honest. But where it's just a track car, I'm not too fussed, and in the future, if I ever sell it or something, a new tailgate's 50 quid, so it's nothing really, is it? Right, so we've got it all coated up, so we'll just let that work. That'll just sort of turn a black purpley colour. I had an absolute nightmare. I accidentally kicked the rust treatment over and it went absolutely everywhere, and it normally stains the drive, so I had to run and get a load of water. But yeah, so we've got all that. So whilst that's drying, I might as well start trying to clean up in here a bit. Yeah, I'll be able to put you on the time lapse of this. Right, so yeah, I've finished tidying this up. So we've got all the sticky stuff off. I've sanded it all, just scotched it all up, Took the battery out, so that's all out. This I ain't too fussed about because I do want to cut that out because it is rusty at the bottom, so I might as well just cut it out and then mount the battery a bit further up, just welder plating. So yeah, we've just got to mask some of this up so we don't. I should have kept it out really, but it's one of them things. So just gonna mask them up and then lay some black, some hammerite. Got some hammerite stuff. It's got built-in rust treatment as well, so that should help it a lot. So yeah, let's start laying some paint. Right, yeah, so we just put a little sort of light dust coat on it just to get it to grip, so we'll let that dry, and then once that dry we'll put a nice even layer all over it, and then probably let that one dry and then one more after that, and then it should be half decent. But yeah, so it's looking alright. I did primer that as well, so that's all primed. So what we'll do is, if we can use any sort of washers, see if we can get it to hold and sit there properly. But the only idea of this is just so it don't keep falling out, do you know what I mean? Just done one more coat, got the heat gun going. I mean, it's come out pretty decent to be fair, but obviously it is a satin, so it should, once it starts drying, it should go a bit of a sort of a half matte, half gloss. So yeah, once all that's dry, but we'll let that dry for a little while. I'm gonna probably finish off the tailgate, but obviously the heat gun's on there, so I'll probably take the heat gun down, finish off the tailgate. It's a bit tacky, but that's it dry, so it should be sort of like that. So it's a satin finish. I mean, it come out really deep, like really good to be honest. So I'm pretty happy with that. When that's all painted, it'd look really nice. It blends in with the interior and all that. But obviously I can't do that yet. I don't think I told you that. I think I mentioned it in a previous clip. But yeah, we found a rust hole there. So instead of just painting over it and leaving it, I know it's nothing structural, but I've got her undersill under the fuel tank anyway, so I might as well leave that and then just cut out just a little patch and then just weld it in. Take about half hour, might as well just do that if it's all out, and then I'll be able to paint all in here, and then it's all proper then. But that was when I took the sound deadening out. I would never have known it was there, to be honest, and sounds funny, but I should have just left the sound deadening in, and then it would have never, I'd have never seen it and it wouldn't bug me. But yeah, it proper bugs me, so it's gonna have to be done. It's not that bad, it's tiny really compared to my finger. But yeah, this was all, this wasn't rusty at all. So the bottom of the battery tray is not bad, but to be honest, I wouldn't mind running the R56 exhaust anyway. That basically comes straight from the front, straight out, and then the R53 one comes sort of down, and then it comes like this, and then this one comes around like that, and then back to the front like this. But that's sort of stuff in the future, and it's not really needed for performance. I just think it does look really good underneath. That's all painted now. It's just, I just masked it off, hardlined, masked it. Didn't need to be blended or anything because the trim covers that anyway, but it's all been rust treated, primered, sanded down, and then just some matte black over it just to seal the primer, which you won't see when the trim's on. So that just protects it. That should stop the rust, to be honest, but you know what rust is like. Once it starts, it don't stop. But yeah, I thought once we got this trim off, I might as well sand it all back. So I've put a bit of primer on it, let that dry, and then just put a bit of black on it and a bit of lacquer, and then that's all. That's instead of chrome, it'll be black, because I am going to dechrome it all. I've got the tape and that for it, so to be honest. I don't really want to be taking this back off once it's on the car. This, I'll probably let it dry overnight before I start putting the earth cable back in and the battery. And right, I got too impatient. It was dry enough, it was a bit tacky, so I was just careful, but it's all back in now, so the battery's in. I taped up the earth section because I didn't want to get no paint, just in case it messes up with the earth of the car for the battery. So yeah, it's all in. I think once I get that repaired and that all painted, it's gonna look really nice. I need to clean up the side panels because I wasn't going to use them, but and then I think it does look a lot better with them in there. You can get a bar that goes from here across there, and then obviously when we get the cage and that, but I think that looks really good actually. But let's sand down the primer, and then we have to wax some black on it. The final coat, put some black, and I've put the lacquer on there already. I mean, that's come out really nice. This is all dry now, so we ended up painting all this, primered it, sanded down the primer, some black, and then some lacquer. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and fit this today. I did get some washers and that, so we'll try and get it to work with the washers. Hopefully we can. What I'm thinking is to put a washer behind, which the washer is bigger than the hole, and then putting the plastic clip behind, and then it should tighten up. Yeah, so that's all fully fitted now. So that's completely all done now. Got it to fit absolutely perfect. It's solid now. It's not all hanging off like before. So yeah, I think I'm just going to give it a start. Just check if the button works. The battery's dead, so might as well whack the jump leads on. Right, so we've started her up now. She runs really well now. Really well. No more air leak. We're getting there, we're getting there. We're getting there. Not long now, we need to get the clutch done. Sorry, we'll get the clutch done. And once we've got the clutch done, then yeah, it's all sweet. Obviously we've got to do the rear end, but I mean, it's drivable the way it is, but I just mean doing the R56 rear end, it gives you more sort of adjustments. You can adjust the camber, the toe and all that, so it could be set up more better for track, but she does run really well. But it's that supercharger. Yeah, I can't wait to actually be able to take this out properly. So yeah, I think that'll probably be it on this one, to be honest. It's been over 2 days, so we've been waiting for paint to dry and that.